Hello everyone, we continue building BudgetClick-2026, an open source, serverless, client encrypted, multi-client, progressive web application for tracking and planning personal finance. And we continue following our roadmap. We started phase 2 MVP implementation. S3 connection has already been finished in the previous phase, and in this phase we focus on application shell, and that includes Tailwind and base styles and variables, responsive breakpoints, because we want the same code to serve all devices, mobile and desktop. Then the application shell itself, layout components, header, menu, footer, and domain block, domain content block, router, dashboard, and settings views. We have already implemented those views. We needed settings before to make the application work. At this step we also add dashboard. We also add reusable UI components, the components that will be reused throughout the application. The last step are responsive testing and polish of the UI, and adding tests where applicable. So those are the things that have been done on this phase, and now let's go step by step and inspect the changes. The first step is adding style. We base our styles on Tailwind, also Tailwind colors and Tailwind typography, sizes, layouts, and so on. For that reason we added Tailwind and stars, post CSS config and Tailwind config. We will have only one theme. We will not have dark or light. We will use only one theme, and that theme will be dark. We added the main as CSS. This is the main CSS file, which imports base and layout. Layout is empty so far, but base includes all the base styles we will need. It's based on Tailwind base, and we also add colors, the main elements styling, like for H1 button, input, select, text area, and link. That will be enough for now. That's a very simplistic step. We just want the styles to be there. Updated the docs. Next step, we added breakpoints. These breakpoints are used for different devices: small device, medium device, large device, and XL, extra large device. Those are the breakpoints which will be used in Tailwind classes. Next step, layout components. We added footer, header, menu, and also a list icon which will be used on the menu. List icon is used. This is the result, by the way. You see that the styles are here, the dark background is here, styles for the link. This is the menu here, settings, the header on top, and let me quickly show you responsive view. This is the list icon, which is used for the menu drop down on the mobile view. The next step is updating this settings view. We added reused components, the inline alert, light button. We added input field, and we added button group, which will host all the buttons and align them, add spacing between the buttons. And this is how it looks like. You see, so this one is input field. The buttons are inside the button group. You see the spacing between them. This is done by the button group. Also updated styles a little bit, updated app view to add inline alert. Inline alert is a styled notification message which says, in our case, storage is not initialized or misconfigured. Please check your settings and ensure that the storage is properly configured. If I remove the data, then you can see this message here. So this is how it's styled. I need to save storage the information, and then the alert is gone. Settings view, you see the code. So inline alert for errors, input field, button save, button cancel. We also added tabs. Tabs are also reused components. You see they are relocated in components UI tabs. those are the tabs and the tabs container. If we go to the dashboard, we see the tabs on the mobile view, records and actions. So those are the tabs. This is how it looks like. So they are also reusable components, so we might use them later. The next step, we added the dashboard components. Dashboard, I will show you, dashboard consists of two parts. The part with records, all this, and the parts with widgets or actions. So in this case here we can add a record and we can see the statistics. So we have the widgets and we have the records. In a normal desktop view, it looks like a screen separated in two parts. The size of those parts is variable. We can change it with this draggable separated line here. We also added a scroller, the custom scroller, and removed the global scrolling of the window. Each part of the dashboard, left and right, has now its own scroller, and the scroller is here. You can see all the styles for the scroller in a separate SCSS module. Let's inspect the files. So we have the dashboard widget. This is a component for hosting and styling the widgets. The right part is actually a grid where we can have many different widgets. Each widget is styled and sized consistently. It has the size here, width and height, which is a multiple of some base width and height. So it can be x1, x2, x3 or x4, which means it will take one place, two places, three places or four places in a grid both horizontally and vertically. And here are the widgets themselves. This is the record editor widget. You see that we have the button group, light button and light input field, the same components which we use in the settings. Those are the reused components. We have the statistics placeholder. There is nothing on the header, title, and then this is the big component, the spreadsheet. It shows the dummy data as spreadsheet. So this is the basic dashboard view. Next steps are polishing and finalization. We added the storage object size limit to the server-side code, to Lambda, a little bit of cleanup. Now we added not found route. If I go to something like this in existence, then we will have this not found page. Then I polished UI a little bit. So now you see this polished UI. I reduced and increased the size, spacing, colors, appearance and so on, just minor changes. And finally I have updated the docs. So this is the roadmap. You see that everything is complete now in the application shell, and the next steps will be to initialize the setup flow, which is actually onboarding the user and handling the first use of the application. It will also include user onboarding and guiding user to set up storage and install the offline version of the application. So that will be all for this episode, although it sounds short, but in fact it took me some time to build all this, maybe several hours. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next episode.